Hello everyone, welcome to idea of algorithm efficiency for class 12th. Today we will try to understand introduction about efficiency, computational complexity, big O notations, performance measurement in terms of the number of operations. At the end of this lectures, I hope so, you people are able to explain about the idea of efficiency in a program. So let us try to understand efficiency. Efficiency refers to the quality of algorithm. Quality of algorithm, that is, the code must be performed the task in minimum execution time. It is important to measure the efficiency of algorithm before applying them on a large scale, that is on bulk of data. So while we are writing an algorithm, so it is important to measure the efficiency of the algorithm before we applying them on the large scales, that is on the bulk data. So nowadays most of the applications are online, where prompt response is required. If efficiency of the algorithm is not checked, then the site will crash and organizations may lose their customer business because of the low speed. The performance of algorithm depends upon internal factors, time required to run, and seconds, space or a memory required to run. Then external factors are size of input to an algorithm and speed of the computer on which it runs, and third, quality of the compilers. Since the external factors are controlled to some extent, but our major focus is to handle internal factors. In internal factor, we have to handle the time required to run the program and space required to run, or we can say memory. Computational complexity. The computations plus complexity. Computations involve the problem to be solved and algorithm to solve them. Computation involve the problem to be solved and algorithm to solve them. Complexity involves the study of factors to determine how much resources, that is time, to run plus memory, this is the internal factors, is necessary for also to run the efficiency. What is big O notations? Now big O notation allow us to the time and space complexity of our codes. So big O notation is used to depict deficit and algorithm's growth rate. The growth rate determines the algorithm's performance when its input size grow. Through big O notations, upper bound of algorithm performance is specified, that is, algorithms takes O n squares times. So this means that algorithm will take at the most of n square steps for the input size n. So On means the algorithm will take n step for input, and O1 means algorithm will take one step to perform the action for input n. Let us understand, if we have the value of n square into 2 raised to power n is, if the size is 10, then n square is 100. If size is 20, then 400. If size is 400, then n square is 1600. Then 10,000 and then 1,60,000. And if 2 raised to n, the 2 raised to power mean to say the size will be increase, that is 1024, then 102104856, and 10 raised to power 12, and 1.26 10 raised to 30. And if 2 raised to power 4000, then it is very big. So what is dominant terms? It is the term which affect almost on the algorithm performance. For example, if the term is ax square plus bx plus c for abc, for constant abc, then we can see the maximum impact on the algorithm performance will be of the term ax square. So only dominant term is includes with the big O notations. If the algorithm has performance O n square, then for n larger, the n square dominates. Common growth rate, time complexity, O0 constant, push in a stack, O log n log, finding entry stored array, then On linear, finding entry in unsorted array, On log n log n, sorting n term by dividing, and concludes O n square quadratic, shortest path between the two nodes in a graph. Then O n cube is cubic, simultaneous linear equations. Then O 2 raised to power n is exponent, the tour of the honey problems. So this is the common growth. Then performance measurement in terms of the number of operations. To compute the number of operations in a piece of code, then simply count the number of arithmetic operations plus other operation. In arithmetic operation, we can say that is addition, subtraction, multiplication, divisions, and other operations, that is to calculating some things. So all operations, addition, multiplication, subtractions, and division are usually count to be same, which is not exactly true, since multiplication include the several additions and divisions include several multiplications. When actually executed by the computers, however, we looking for an estimate here, so it is reasonable to assume that the on average all operation count in the same manners. Here is an example to just for r is equal to 0, we are assigning value, initializing r is equal to 0 for I in range 4, for n in range 4, r is equal to r plus I into n print r. For each r there is one multiplications, one additions, and one assignment. The resulting is 3 operations. You can say this is one multiplication, second addition, and third is assignment. This loop executes 4 into 4 times. So there are 4 into 4 operations. So this is the order of the code. So in this example, order is 4 O 4 square and 4 square R. Then in the there are 5 guidelines for finding out the time complexity of piece of code are loop, nested loop, conjugative statements, if then else statement, and algorithm complexity. Now let us understand one by one. Loop, about loop, what is complexity in a loop, then nested loop, conjugative statements, if then else statement, logarithmic complexity. So let us start with your loop. Loop, the running time of a loop is equal to the running time of the statement inside a loop multiplied by the number of operations. For example, for I in range n, m is equal to m plus 2. So all the steps in a loop take constant time c, and loop is executed n times. Here you can say this is the loop, how many times executed, n times. So total time is equal to c into n. So cn, the order of this is a O n, or we can say efficiency of the program is a O n. Then nested loop, to compute the complexity of a nested loop, analyze inside, outside. So for nested loop, the total running time is the product of the size of the loop. So here is for I in range n and for j in range n, m is equal to m plus 2. Here we can say this is our outer loop, this is inner loop, and this is steps with the constant time. So the time taken is, how many times loop used? 2 times. So n into n plus c, which is equal to c n square, that is order is how much? O n square. Next we have your conjugative statements. So x is equal to x plus 1, that is a constant time a. Then for I in range n, that is constant time, that is cn. N is how many times this loop execute. M is equal to m plus 2, which is equal to, for I in range n, the constant time is bn square. Then for j in range n, and m is equal to m plus 2, and here we can say this is simple statement assignment. X is equal to x plus 1, how many times? 8 times. Then here how many times it will execute, that is n times. So we have here cn, and in this case how many times, how many loops are used? There 2 loops are used, that is inner loop and outer loop, that is what? bn square. So order is 0 n square, because the maximum dominants are n square. So order is 0 n square. So considering only the dominant terms. Then if then else statement, to compute the complexity of if and then statement, we consider the worst case running time, that is the time taken by the test plus time taken by either part of the else part, whichever is large. So if length list 1 not equal to length list 2, it's our execution is constant time. C1. Else runs return false for I in range n. So this is your constant time 2 and loop execution n times. If list 1 I not equal to list 2 I, this is our constant time 3. Else false, constant time 4. And so the total time taken by C1 plus C2 plus C3 plus C4. So C3 plus C4 into n, so that is order n, only dominates term is used. Then linear complexity, so means that the n algorithm performance time has logarithmic factor. For example, logarithmic is O log n if it takes the constant time to cut the program size by fractions, usually by 1/2. That is, after average iterations, the number of possibility to repeat the loop reduced by 1/2, like in binary search. So such algorithm may return the result in best case, average case and worst case. So let us understand what is the worst case. The algorithm is mere the function defined by maximum number of steps taken on any instant of size n. It represents the curve passing through the highest point of each column. The best case complexity, the algorithms is the function defined by minimum number of steps taken on any instance of size, so it represents the curve passing through the lowest point. In this case, worst case में highest point. Finally, the average case complexity, the algorithm is function defined in the average number of steps on any instant of a size. Then logarithmic running time O log n in binary search. So best case O1 comparisons. In the best case, the term item X is middle in the array. A constant number comparison actually just one are required. Worst case log O log n comparison. In worst case, that items X does not exist in the array A at all, though each recursion or iterations of binary search, the size of the admissible range is half. This half can be done ceiling log n times, so thus the ceiling LGN comparison are required. So logarithmic running time O log n of binary search. So average case O log n comparison. To find the average case, takes the sum of all the element of the product of a number of comparisons required to find the element and possibility of searching of that elements. Simply the analysis assume that no item which is not in A will be searched for, that the probabilities of searching element are uniform. The difference between O log n and On is extremely significant when n is larger for any practical problem. It is the crucial that we avoid On search. So for example, suppose our array contains 2 billions, 2 into 10 raised to power 9 value. So linear search would involve about the billions comparisons. So binary search would require only 32 comparisons. Logarithmic running OL in a binary search, how to calculate. So the most common use bigger descriptions are 0 1 allow terminate about the same amount of time regards the input size. Then O log n take the fixed additional amount of time of each time the input size is double. On takes that twice long to finish if input size is double. On square takes 4 times. How many times? 4 times long if B input the size double. So O to n increase the exponentially input size increases. So we can see from the tables below, the difference is small for small input size, but it can become tremendous as the input sizes increases. So let us understand. Input size is 1, On is 1, log 1, 1, 1 and 1. When size increases to 2, O1 is 1, log n is 2, then On is equal to 2 and On square is equal to 4 and O2n is equal to 4. And if we increase into 4, then it increases to 3, 4, 16 and 16, and in case of our 8, 1, 4, 8, 64 to 56, and in case of 16, 1, 5, 16 to 56 and 6, 5, 5, 3, 6. Now to measure the script execution time is simply possible by using a built-in Python module. Time functions is used to count the number of seconds elapsed since to copy. For example, the program import time start is equal to time dot time r is equal to 0, then for I in range 400, for n in range 400, r is equal to r plus I into n, print r, end is equal to time dot time, and print start minus end minus start. So while we run, so this is our start times and this is the difference, the how many time this program take to execute. So thank you. So I hope you know, after understanding these chapters, you will learn about the basic idea of efficiency and what are the different complexibilities and bigger notations, then different performance of different operation using like your for loop, nested loop, conjugative statement, if else statement, and your logarithmic complexity. Thank you once again.